Maniac.
Good morning.
Cloud's in a dress.
So beautiful.
So now that we've got Cloud in his dress, we can go into this snazzy mansion. So we're told not to wander around, so obviously
Wander around.
we gotta go find Tifa in the second floor dungeon that goes downstairs.
But see, why is she in the dungeon? What kind of kinky ass shit is... Damn!
Yeah, there's some stuff going down here.
I don't know what the table's used for, but there's a horse back there.
So, this is the first time that Tifa and Aerith have met. Oh, I'm just nothing. I'm nothing to both of them. Gotta get this ether first. So we just have a quick little conversation with Tifa about all the stuff that's gone down. Gone down? Anyway, Tifa's explaining to us exactly why she's come here.
Don Corneo? Really?
Don Corneo, yes. He is Don Corneo. Corneo is of course Italian for horny. And when you see Corneo, you'll understand why.
Close cousins to Cornholio.
Well, they got along very well, very quickly. I still don't get why this staircase to this dungeon is on the second floor of this place. It just seems really weird and unnecessary. And everyone runs into my pocket, and we go off to meet the Don. The Don, as we well know by now, is a very horny man. Look at him. With his yellow thing on his head. And I think that's a cigar.
Possibly a mohawk.
So with all the cool, awesome clothing that I have on, the Don will pick me to be his girl for the night.
They keep looking away. He likes it.
He does like it. I think you should lose affection with both Aerith and Tifa here because you managed to look better than both of them. Yowza! Quality localization.
You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Elvis from God Hand.
Okay. Oh god, this guy's feet are huge.
And the one with the green shirt? Yeah.
Well, we're in the Don's room. What are we gonna do?
Rip his heart out and eat it.
No, we're gonna go back here and we're gonna get this hyper.
Then rip his heart out.
Then rip his heart out. Now, here he asks if I have a boyfriend. And of course, I say his name is Barrett. +5 to Barrett. High five. Now that we've got him where we want him, we can interrogate him and... The big reveal!
A man!
He just pulled some, like, Animal Crossing shit there where he just spins around and he changes clothes.
I like to think he just ripped his clothes off.
He's still got that cigar. Oh, hey, both of his eyes blink. That's rare.
Oh, they're gonna chop it off.
This is how they're getting him to talk. By saying they'll do terrible, terrible things to it. I don't know what it is, but it's gonna get ripped off.
His cigar, obviously.
Cut off, ripped off. Can't imagine what Tifa would do. Oh no! I don't think you know what you're saying, Tifa.
Oh.
This is bad.
So they're gonna crush the entire Sector 7 slums?
To get to Avalanche, yep.
Sounds a little overboard, but what do I know?
Clearly nothing about urban planning.
Look at that dance. Oh, I thought it dumped you into like a lobby or some shit.
This fat green man here is Heidegger, I guess his name is. I never really knew how to pronounce it.
Does President Shinra ever get anything else as a name other than President Shinra?
He is President Shinra.
Well, alright then.
His son gets a name. We don't meet him yet. Oh, look at that mouth.
Whoa.
The only man in Shinra with a conscience. Conscience. That's a hard word to say. Oh, that's a great plan. They're gonna destroy Avalanche's headquarters and say Avalanche did it themselves. That's smart. And so whoever you talk to first here actually gets you some affection with them.
Yeah, fuck Aerith.
We're trying not to do that.
Oh, figuratively then.
Yeah! Some materia management. You kind of have to do this before you talk to the second party member, otherwise there's a boss fight right after you talk to them. So if you don't have your materia set up properly, you kind of put yourself at a disadvantage.
Rip.
The worst is over. Way to jinx us.
The hell kind of monster is that?
Oh, this is the Don's pet.
Like some kind of knockoff Rancor.
Its name is Apps. It's APS. The interesting thing about Apps is that it does this wave attack, and when he does this attack, it actually damages him as well. And if it comes from behind him, it actually does, Really?
It's dinner time.
No, that's just my phone ringing. Romulus, New York. Isn't Romulus, the Romulan homeworld?
I think it is, yeah.
Okay. Sure. Anyway, yeah, so when he does this attack, it can come from either direction, and if it hits you in the back, you take more damage, hits him in the back, takes more damage. So this guy actually hurts himself, it's kind of neat.
If only it came from the side, then it would do equal damage.
They would just do normal damage. Weirdly enough, he is weak to fire, but you'd think a water monster would not be weak to fire, but I guess I'm going by Pokemon rules and not...
Beast rules?
Yeah, beast rules. Gotta have those beast rules. The hell are beast rules?
I don't know.
The rules of the beast.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have to rush over to Sector 7 and stop them from dropping the plate on top of Sector 7. Turtle monsters.
They're not teenagers, are they?
My guess is that's probably what they were going for with this, is a bunch of mutant turtles in the sewer.
They're all dead now.
Here I thought it would be a good idea to put restore materia with my all materia. So if I need to do, you know, any group-wide healing, I'll just be able to use the all materia while in combat, and that'll be perfect, but that requires actually using restorative magic while in combat. And we just picked up the steel materia, which is a very good materia. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Not anymore, they're all fucking getting murdered up in here.
Hey, just because they're dead doesn't stop them from being who they are.
I was kind of thinking, wouldn't it be weird if they had like the Dark Souls kind of thing where if you murder enough enemies, they just stop spawning?
Yeah, but then you couldn't grind.
Yeah.
Or farm. Speaking of, I'm gonna be doing a little bit of that here.
But they also like reset sort of during to save points, but not in the same way as Dark Souls when they just have like a global limit, and then I would say like at RPGs you just reset their spawns by saving. I don't know. Dumb theory.
So, just like last time, I'm speeding up all the grinding that I'm doing. It's not so much grinding as farming. I'm looking for grab-a-balls. They're probably one of my favorite items because they're incredibly useful a little later on in the run. Or not run. This isn't a run. They're useful a little later on in the playthrough. I ain't fucking speedrunning this.
Not to be confused with gravy balls.
Yes, gravy balls. So while we were doing all this sped up farming, maybe I could talk a little bit about the random encounter system in the game, which isn't actually random. There are two types of field maps in the game. There are hostile field maps like the one we're on right now, and then there are non-hostile field maps, which are the ones like Wall Market. Any hostile field map, your steps are counted. And your step counter is actually what is deciding what your random encounter is going to be, or whether you're going to get a random encounter. So the step counter is, like most values in this game, hidden, and it keeps track of how many steps you've taken on a hostile field map, and after every step you take, it does a battle check. And the battle check compares your current danger value to whatever the battle check value is of the field map you're on. If your danger value is anything higher than the battle check value, it triggers a battle. Your danger value actually increases every time you take a step by the amount that each encounter rate is on a field map. So every field map has its own encounter rate, and every time you take a step, your danger value goes up by that number, and then resets when you get a random encounter. So speedrunners, if you've ever watched a speedrun of this game, actually count their steps, every single step they make on every hostile field map. Whew, perfect timing.
Oh yeah.
It's way more complicated than I just like summarized. It's so weird. Like walking and running have different incremental values for your danger value. It's weird and complex and stupid. So these ghost dudes are actually super annoying because they phase in and out, and while they're invisible like that, you can't actually hit them, but you'll still attack them if you've already been instructed to attack them. So the reason that I'm getting Graviballs is because whenever you use one, it basically casts gravity on the enemy that you use it on. And gravity in this game will immediately cut a quarter of an enemy's current health. They're very useful.
So, like, is it, like, just a quarter of their maximum health or a quarter of their current health?
Their current health. So if they had 10,000 health, it would cut a quarter of that, and then it would cut... So it would cut 2,500, and then it would cut a quarter of 7,500. So they're really useful for high health enemies, but not so useful that you can just fucking spam them. So I want to get a bunch while I'm here. I want to try and get at least 10. Not that I probably will need 10, but I want to have a bunch just in case.
Yep, fuck that train.
Another very rare encounter that you can actually get in this area is an enemy called Eligor. And he's like a chariot demon thing.
Hmm. And that's not like a leftover kind of bug from, I think, one of the other previous Final Fantasies where like the zone map, was it another square or some shit, and you just had like stupid encounters?
No, he's a rare spawn here.
Alright.
Yeah, more grabber balls. What's this? It's Eligor. So, Eligor has something I want. So, I'm going to try and steal it from him.
That sweet ass chariot.
Yes, I'm going to steal his legs. No, you can steal a decently good staff for Aerith from him. Problem is, your chance to steal increases based on your level. So, right now, our levels aren't very high, so... I'm currently looking for something to cure sleep, of which I don't have anything, except a swift kick in the face. Basically just gotta keep alive until I steal the stupid staff.
Or his legs, whichever come first.
Yes. There it is! Goodbye, Eligor! So Eligor is level 12, which is why he's kind of tough to steal from, because Cloud is level 12. So check out this staff with all its materia slots, man.
Nice.
Very nice.
Is it for the highest, or you can get more?
I don't remember. I think most have 4 as the highest. There might be more. You can have weapon slots and armor slots, for that matter, that aren't actually linked, and having linked materia slots is way better than having non-linked materia slots, just because anything that's linked together can react with each other if it's possible. So, I think 4 is the maximum. I don't remember if there's any that have more. Anyway, basically the only thing left to do is to just keep going. So, we're just gonna head though, unless... maybe we should do a little more farming. So, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit more farming off camera, because you guys probably don't want to watch that. And then we will reconvene next time and continue on to Sector 7, where we will hopefully stop Shinra from dropping a big old plate on the sector. Okay, that's it. Good night.
Good night.